Danielle McCartan here at Yogi Berra Stadium with the legendary World Series champion, Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning. Ron, congratulations for being part of the Guinness Book of World Records. How does it feel to be a record holder?
Thank you. Well, for him and the museum, the city of Montclair, all of them are now in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's quite an accomplishment. It's just a testimonial to how well loved that he was from this city to come out. And hopefully, you hate to say, but now somebody else in the country is going to get upset and they're going to try to break this record. But I guarantee you, it will always be here. This was the first one here. It'll stay here because if someone breaks it, we're going to come back and we're going to bring more people.
That's right.
So whoever goes, you better bring a lot of people.
You've been warned. Playing catch. What is that? What kind of emotions does that invoke for you for just playing a simple game of catch with somebody?
Well, I got to play catch today with my son. So he lives in New York. He's been here for about 20 years now. So it was fun. We teased each other a little bit. Dad, now you don't forget, you're quite up there in age. You got to be careful. Take your time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going like, okay, where do you want me to throw you the ball? And if you throw it wrong to me, I'm going to get upset. So we had fun. I mean, it was, you don't get to do it anymore.
I know.
So for him and I, it was fun. But just playing catch brings back those memories of what you did with a teammate every day for the amount of time that you played here. You go, baseball is almost about 8 months out of the year. You got spring training and then you got the year itself.
Sure.
So all of those days of playing pitch and catch, and basically you throw with the same guy all the time.
Yeah.
So that brings back some great memories.
Who was your guy?
I had a lot of them, though. I got to, because being pitchers, you always throw. So,
right.
Like I had Catfish Hunter, Dick Tidrow, Sparky Lau, Don Gullett, Mike Torres. You like to move. You like with those guys because these guys are going to be famous. So you want to make sure that you're not always with the same guy.
Yeah.
But basically, Dick Tidrow and I threw more than anybody else did.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I'd like to throw. I'm gonna throw with Catfish today. I'm gonna throw with Goose today.
Yeah.
You wanna kind of share the wealth and the experience of throwing because that way you can say, oh yeah, I tossed with Goose. He can't hit the side of a barn. You can play and you can have fun.
Yeah.
And you're all great friends, so it's all that camaraderie. And once you get out of the game, you don't have that anymore.
I brought my glove today, and I jumped in. Someone needed a partner, and I jumped right in.
You see?
I loved it. Loved every part of it.
It was fun, and it
fun.
brought back like you felt 10 years old again.
Yeah, right? What's your rotation for this Yankees team? Who's starting game one?
Well, I'm sure you're going to start with Max, then you're going to have Rodon,
Yep.
and then after that you're going to have a choice. But you have the luxury of three guys that can do the job as a third starter.
Right.
Okay? You can throw them all. Okay? What happens if you win the first two? All you got to win is another one in a short series.
Right.
Well, you got three starting pitchers that you could go in. You got Eel, you got Schlittler, and you got Warren. So they can give you multiple innings. You don't have to go into the bullpen early. You have, but so does the other team. But you have to do your job.
Right.
But that's probably, you're looking at Fried and Rodon first two. Then the next two is, I guess, who's going to be pitching pretty good the last times out.
Okay.
That might have some
So there's a big
consideration.
emphasis on that last time out then?
Sure.
Yeah.
I would think so. You want to make sure that you get the right person in that job
Right.
as the number 3 starter. Because that third game is pretty pivotal in the scheme of everything.
Right.
Because if you could be 0-2. Okay, so that's big. You got to win to stay.
Yeah.
You 1-1, that puts you up. You 2-0, it puts you clinching.
Right.
So it's always the turnaround game.
A lot of people are suggesting Schlittler to kind of piggyback off of someone, come in relief. I'm wondering, because pitchers are creatures of habit, what is that transition like mentally for a guy that's used to starting his whole career to come in a game 3 with the game on the line potentially? What is that like?
Well, I've done it, but I know who I am.
Right.
I can't say about them because I don't think they've ever done it. So for me, I think back because the fact that when I first came up to the big leagues, I was supposed to be a closer. So I knew about relieving.
Okay.
Then I learned how to be a starter. Okay, so coming out of the bullpen, it was easy for me to adjust because I already knew. But now you're talking about these kids.
Right.
These kids are not like that.
I know.
Okay, so all you're doing is, okay, look, if they tell me I'm coming in the 6th inning, I'm going to warm up just like I'm starting the game.
Okay.
That's all you have to look at. You don't have to look at it any other way. I'm the starting pitcher, and my job is the same thing as the beginning of the game.
Right.
Whether it's the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th, it's the same thing. It's an inning. We start from here. The game is 0-0.
Right.
This is my job.
Understood. Okay, so that's the mentality change.
You know,
switch.
that's what a young guy should look at it. Not
Right.
like, okay, I got to do this. I have to do this.
Right.
I can't afford. No, your job is just to do what you have done before.
Final question is, for the Yankees to win the World Series, they're going to have to what? In particular.
Well, you got to score runs.
Right.
The team that plays fundamental baseball, scores when you have an opportunity,
Yep.
has good defense and good solid pitches, that's the team that's going to win.
Yeah.
So when you look at, okay, if you don't score, you can't win. If you make errors, you can't win.
Right.
If you're not pitching well, you can't win. So you have to do all of those little bitty things at a high level to be able to win, because the other
Right.
team that you're playing is as good as you. Okay, that's why you're there.
Right.
You're the last few teams that are there.
Right.
Everybody's good, and you have to play the game the right way.
Ron, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.